this Beezer review, I'm going to walk you through the software. I'm going to show you everything you need to know step by step. So what is actually Beezer? Beezer is a DIY apps creation platforms that make it easy to build, distribute and manage no-codes, progressive web apps for user engagement and customer conversion. You can create, distribute, manage your own apps from a single platform. You can also supercharge conversion with engaging contents, add user loyalty program, and drive revenue using e-commerce integration. So who's actually suitable for Beezer? Beezer is actually suitable for small business agency looking to create personalized app for better user engagement without having to use your codes itself. But before that, if let's say you want to buy Beezer itself, I actually have a link in the description box. Go ahead and use my link. Okay, so without wasting much time, let me jump into the screen first. Okay, so what you're actually looking at is actually the ready-made templates. Okay, right now you actually see a ready-made template for restaurants, cafe, events, retail, maintaining service, pub or bars, real estates, health and fitness, education, wedding, religion, organization, hairdressing, entertainment artists, sports clubs, team, charity, agency, online training program. In any case, if you want to preview, go ahead and click on the list. Let me just preview the agency and consulting. Okay, give them while they actually do a preview. Okay, so this is actually the preview of the agency consulting. You can see this is actually the navigation buttons over here. You can actually go to home, about, service, testimonial, FAQ, contact, and social media. So social media, here you actually have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Of course, you need to add in all your details inside. Right now, it's actually a plain template. And then your contacts, testimonial, FAQ, service, different type of service, about us, okay. Then you can actually back to your home. Okay, so this is actually the preview of the template itself. Let me show you a few more templates itself. Okay, so maybe let's go for online training program. Let me just preview online training program. Okay, so this is actually the online training program. It's almost identical. Okay, so you can actually see the course overview. You can see have a course overview, the review, get in touch, social, module 1, part 1, part 2. So everything you can actually edit over here. Let me just show you one more itself. Okay, maybe I just put for cafe and restaurants. Let me just preview one more so you can actually have a better understanding of Beezer itself. So for Beezer, see, this is actually the apps for the cafe itself. Okay, so they actually have the breakfast, lunch. It actually indicates the timing. And then on the navigation, it's actually the same. Homepage, about us, breakfast, lunch, cafe clubs, contact us, and notifications. Okay, let me use this cafe and restaurants, and then let's click into this. If let's say you want this template, just press next, and then you can actually put in your app's title. Maybe just put in using a top says review. Okay, and you can put in top says review. Domain can be used. Okay, let me just create apps from here. Give them a while while they load. Okay, so this is the part where you can actually edit your apps itself. On the left, you can actually see build, distribute, engage, analysis, members login, business tool. And over here for build, you can actually have more navigations, or you can actually edit the page itself. Okay, you can actually edit the page itself. You can actually edit the home page, about us, have the breakfast, lunch, cafe, everything can be editable. Okay, so you can also go for design. So you actually have to change the design colors. Okay, so after that, you can actually change your apps names again. Okay, and then your description as well. And then you can actually change the custom domain. You can actually put in your own domain as well, and also a platform domain name as well. Okay, the apps icon, you can also change the apps icon, and the app splash screen as well. You can actually change the screen background color. You can actually use color or use image as well. Okay, so for navigation menu, you can actually change the color, and then you also can change the layout as well. So maybe you can change to this kind of layout, or you can actually change to this layout itself. Okay, so for PayPal settings, you can actually add in your PayPal settings. you can actually click into here to learn how to set up your PayPal account. Okay, so you can actually test your payment modes and actually navigate on your payment history as well. So for accessibility, you can actually have a RTL support, or you can actually have a Zoom settings as well. So for the apps admin, you can actually have add in the app's new admin for this. You just put in their name, last name, email, password. You can actually select the apps, and then you can actually assign them the SMS credit, and then you can actually create from here. Okay, so for this custom email apps admin, it's like a template itself. You can actually select different type of templates. Maybe you will have maybe a form actually submitted. Okay, so you can actually put in a subject, upload a file. Then this is actually a generic templates. Okay, let me just show you another one. Maybe your payment successful, so you can actually add in a subject. So a template is actually here where payment received successfully. Alright, so you can actually have the bottom content. You can actually mail to team members. You can actually put in all these details. Okay, so once you actually build on your apps itself, you can actually move on to distribute itself. Okay, so to distribute the content, okay, you can actually add in your context as well. Let me just add in one context over here. Maybe I just put in my name and then my email. Okay, let me just choose Singapore. This is the place where I'm actually staying. And let me just change the number, and then I just create this content. So once you create a context, okay, then you can actually share via website, or you can actually share via SMS. You can actually click onto the content and share via SMS, or share via email. Okay, you can actually see the share history, or you can share on social media, or there's also a widget as well, or you can actually share via QR code. So this is actually a different type of QR code as well. So moving down is actually engage. So there's actually a push notification. You can actually give a title, put a message, upload a file. You can actually push notification to a certain website, a page link, or video link itself. Then you can actually schedule it, or you can actually send it to your user itself. Then you can actually filter by user, filter by groups, or location. Okay, so you can actually see the push notification history, the SMS. You can also SMS, but in case of SMS, you can actually receive up to 40 SMS. So from there, you can actually do a live stream as well. You can actually have a loyalty program. There's also a Zoom. Moving down, you will actually have a forum as well. Okay, so moving down to the navigation is the analytics. You can actually have apps analytics. Okay, you can see all the information here. Alright, or you can actually enter your Google Analytics. You can actually use Google Analytics as well, and your form data analytics, your vote data analytics, rating analytics, and then your payment plan analytics as well. Okay, so for members login, you can actually create a members login. You can actually enable login by the group subscription or user subscribe, or actually an event logs in. You can actually have a custom email or settings. So for business tool, they actually provide business tools as well. You can actually toggle with it. You can actually have business tool for inventory. You can actually learn how to set up inventory, orders. You can actually have a driver as well. Okay, you can actually add in. You can actually confirm to make this a driver. You can put yes or no. Okay, for setting, you can actually set a delivery location or map as well. Okay, so you can actually set all these things. You can actually enable text, delivery charges, select a currency, continue selling when out of stock. You can actually check in all these things. Only sign in user. You can make purchase. You can actually take on this. Email to send order update to. Okay, you can actually update all this email. And let's say you have a coupon codes as well. You can actually have a pickup order. You can put in a location. So for payment wise, right now they're actually using Stripes. Okay, you can actually choose cash on delivery. So once all your setting is done, you can actually do a check using mobile or desktop itself. So you can actually see how desktop view looks like as well. So once it's done, remember to publish. Then you can actually publish. So now your app is actually live. So you can actually see your apps over here. Let me show you the apps itself. So this is actually the apps itself. So you can actually allow Top Sales Review to send you push notification. Okay, just cancel it. So this is actually how it looks like. Okay, after you adding all your information. So right now, what I'm going to show you next is actually the price itself. So for Beezer price, it's actually an appsumo deal. Right now for tier 1 is actually $59. You actually have three numbers of apps, 0 sub account, 300 initial SMS credit. If let's say you want to upgrade to tier 2, is 119. You have 15 number of apps, 15 subs account. 600 is initial SMS. Remove branding for apps white labeling. Advanced business 2 features. For tier 3 is actually 169. You have 50 number of apps, 50 subs account, 1002 initial SMS credit. You can actually remove white label, advanced 2 features. In any case, if you want more apps, you can actually upgrade to more tiers itself. Alright. So I actually strongly advise you to get tier 3 at the price of 169. It's actually a one-time purchase and a lifetime deal itself. Okay. So in any case, if you want to buy Beezer, I actually have a link in my description box. Go ahead and use my link. Okay. So in this comes to my end of this review for Beezer. I actually hope you learned something from me. And in any case, if you want to software review, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Okay. So to my next review, I will see you. Meanwhile, take care. Goodbye.